I guess so.
Believe it or not, Far Cry is one of the longest standing franchises in my life. This is the 5th game I've played. So with all that, you'd think it'd be one of my favorite franchises of all time. And, no, it's not. This is Far Cry 6. Don't go away. The last Far Cry game I played was New Dawn, and that was 4 years ago. And I'm gonna be honest, I started Far Cry with Far Cry 3, and of course then into 4. Now those were both incredible games, in my opinion. It had so much to offer, and it was so dialed down, and it knew what it was. Far Cry is off the rails at this point, let's be honest here. Since Far Cry 5, which is one of the worst scores reviews on my channel, into New Dawn, which New Dawn, I will say, was an upgrade on 5. 6, I will straight up say, 6 is better than 5, but worse than New Dawn. Story-wise here, you play as Dani. Now Dani, I will say, good character, I don't have anything bad to say about her. I don't have anything bad to say, really, about the main villain, other than the fact that he just wasn't really on my screen that often. Anton Castillo is the main villain here. And, you know, in the trailers it looked really cool because he handed his son a grenade. That's the most insane thing I've seen him do as a character. And that wasn't in the game. So really the villain's best highlight moment was in the game trailer before the game even released. What you'll be doing is looking for factions to join your rising revolution army. There's basically like 3, maybe 4 huge factions around the pretty impressively sized map, to be honest, that you go in. You do a bunch of missions for, and then once you finish the last ones, they're like, yeah, we'll join your army. Get all those groups together, and boom, you rush the main capital, and that's the end.
Nice. It's still alive, but only barely. I got my grenade left for it.
Now, there's 2 sides to the story. The story writing is strong-ish, and the other side is the characters. They're weak-ish. The characters never stood out. If you asked me what a character's name was, I could tell you who Clara was, and I could tell you who, yeah, I can't. I finished the game literally last night. That's just not a great sign. But the story side, I will say, I was kind of invested in this. You had the revolution against the government, and you had, I can't even fucking say his name. Anton Castillo, there we go. Did have some pretty good motives, and in the final like 30 seconds of his life, you do get his perspective on things. So overall, I felt like you had an actual motive for the main character to do what she's doing, and you know, it was good, but the characters surrounding her were just borderline annoying or just dumb. It's like some of these characters are kind of dumb. Now, gameplay wise, which should really be glossed over, and I should just straight up call it gunplay, because that's really all you ever do, ever. There was only one mandatory stealth mission, and that was at the very, 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 very end of the game. But I don't really have any quarrels. Aiming and shooting your gun is just as satisfying as it was in any previous Far Cry. And that's a good thing, because you recycle this many, many, many times. That's every single mission is based off of aiming your gun and shooting. Along with guns comes actually some pretty decent customization here. You get spray cans throughout the world that you can use as currency to buy camos, and overall there was some really good attachments here. Most notably, there was a compressor or some sort of a muzzle thing on the end of the barrel which reduces recoil in all 4 directions, which is aka codename Zero Recoil Attachment is what I called it, and it was mandatory to go in every gun. The gunplay kicked up then way more good. Because yes, it is more realistic to have recoil in the game. Like if I go and shoot an AK right now, it's not going to be 0 recoil. But in the game, I don't want to play a Far Cry where my gun is shaking around the screen, all this crap. Like give me the 0 recoil compensator, and boom, the gunplay kicked up way well.
You know what? I'm tired of this.
Where the fuck did those go?
They're gone.
What, revive? Why? That guy shot me like a million times.
I slightly mentioned this before, but in my notes I have to mention it. 90% of missions are basically repeat and recycle. Nothing much to say there other than just lazy developing. And overall, I don't have a whole lot to say on this, really. I mean, everything major in the game, from story, characters, gunplay, gameplay, isn't horrible. It's playable. It's just everything that is small and frustrating adds up and keeps adding up. Stay with me here while I run through my list. Basically, just to start a mission, you have to do this. Wait for a phone call. Seriously. You have to wait until one of the main guys that you're doing the mission for calls you. It's like beep beep beep, 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 beep. Hello, yeah, we're gonna need to do this mission. Okay, come over here. You know how many times me and my friend finished the mission and we're like, well, what do we do now? And it's like, oh, we're probably just have to wait for a phone call. So we drive or walk around for like a couple minutes, 5-10 minutes at times, and then finally the phone call would come in and be like, what the hell is taking so long?
Is that really?
My pussy!
Oh my god!
Them.
Amagaria!
Paolo,
Just checking a goddamn
good
cell phone.
news.
So you get the phone call, right? Then you have to drive all the way to where the person is who pretty much called you. Then you have to accept the mission. Then you have to drive all the way to where the checkpoint goes, which in 90% of cases will be a base or some sort of area with enemies in it. Destroy the enemies, destroy canisters, computers, hack computers, whatever. Stand there, shoot enemies, rinse and repeat. The game has bugs aplenty. Just on one mission, one of the final missions, couldn't get the phone call. Literally 20-30 minutes went by. I'm Googling on Reddit, I'm Googling on YouTube. What do we do? The final mission is not popping up for us. Oh, finally out of nowhere we get the phone call that says, come to Esperanza on the island, we got set up here. It's like, what? Are you kidding me? Just so we can go into that mission, sprint through the main building, and I fall through the map for no reason. I also fell through the map exploring a cave. AI gets scared to talk. AI gets scared way too easily here. See, in order to activate these missions or progress through them, you have to talk to an AI who's just standing there. Now, the thing here is, if a gunshot goes off or if anything goes off, the AI gets scared and they cower and the talk prompt goes away. So a lot of times it looks like this.
Do we have to talk to someone or something? Is there a talk animation?
Que vola?
Oh, with this chick, this old chick. Oh, she's scared because she's heard one bullet. Hold up, wait till... Stop running! Stop running, woman! Nothing's wrong! Damn, she quick, bro! Look at this chick all ass. Stop moving! Hold up, what if I holster my weapon? Stop moving. She holstered her and started running faster! Alright. What the fuck is with this AI? Oh! Oh! Oh!
The menu system is absolutely horrible, and I don't understand who's doing the menu system over at Ubisoft, because Ghost Recon Breakpoint was horrible as well. On top of just being cluttered with so much crap, it takes like a full 5 seconds just to open up the menu. Calling in a vehicle in a old Ubisoft game, say Ghost Recon Wildlands, look like this. You open up the menu, you call a vehicle in, and it spawns directly beside you. Here, you open up the menu. Wow, that was easy. You call for a vehicle, and then you wait, and then you wait, and then you see the vehicle spawn in, and the guy driving it for you drives it up to you, and then you wait for him to get out, and then he finally gets out, and then you can actually get in the vehicle.
Wow, on that dick, so hard, no peanut butter. Smooth, crunchy, skippy, craft, peanut butter, yeah. Chewy, texture is so gooey, that's how I like it. Nice and chewy, yeah. On the side, dribble it hard, dribble it wide. Why is there no waypoint, by the way?
Animals used to be an integral part of Far Cry, including crafting. Those two went hand in hand. In order to craft specific things, you needed alligator hide or goat hide or whatever you needed in Far Cry 3 or 4. Here, no animals exist. The setting is fictional, albeit, but you are in a South American sort of setting. You're telling me no animals exist in South America? Like the amount of times where I would go through Far Cry 3, 4, Primal, any other Far Cry, there would be animals on the road, whether you get attacked by an eagle or a rhino flips your car. All the animals are gone in this game, which is weird because the game was still like 110 gigabytes. So they did all that with barely any animals. But of course, all those things aren't as bad when you compare the brand new item, which completely makes all the bad go away. You have these things called Supremos. It's pretty much a backpack that gives you a super ability. Healing, shoot rockets from your back, pop an EMP. These were actually kind of cool, and it changed up a little bit of the gunplay because you could pop alt and run around. Like the Hulk can just do finishers automatically. So I guess that was pretty good.
Billy, where are you?
Light 'em up. God, that's such a fucking cool movie.
Presentation, I have to immediately talk about one thing first. So, do you guys remember, which you probably won't, but if you haven't seen my older Far Cry review, here's what I said. I was desperately hoping for a specific thing to come back into the franchise.
Remember those cool graphic heals in the earlier Far Cries like 3 and 4? Well, now when you have to heal, just start popping pills.
And guess what we got back? I am so happy to announce healing animations are no longer 100% just plain vanilla. Aside from that, under presentation, I just, the theme of modern Far Cries continue. It's just mediocre. Music really doesn't show up. I like the menu music, but other than that, you don't really get music in this game. You have the, standard action music, but nothing memorable in anywhere. Traveling around the world, you do have radios in the car, which do add to the setting, but other than that, like no actual set pieces to the point where traveling on horses, we played our own music in the background, which added like 10 times more substance to the game. Voice acting, I will say, I like Danny's voice actor. That's about it. The setting visually looks good as well. South American setting, I was a huge fan of. Even if you didn't tell me that this was South American, you just made me guess, I would guess South American, and that is good design. But everything else in this game, from every sound effect to everything that looks design-wise, is not really worth talking about.
This espada isn't fucking around.
One gunpowder.
Who's this asshole?
So for overall impact, if I had to give one critique to modern Far Cry games and how to fix their stuff, it is keep the games more compact. Have a direct idea you want to do. When I first opened up the map in this game, I said to my friend, yo, look at this map, it's huge. From someone who's played The Witcher 3 and pretty much 100%ed every single item on every map, I don't have a problem with huge maps. The argument for more content equals better game is completely just derailed by the fact that it's like you have a giant poo, okay? If you had 2 and you doubled the size, you had more, that doesn't make it better. Just because you have a massive map with lots of bases and lots of random roads and horses and stuff doesn't make it a automatic good game. Quality over quantity, as the saying goes, and if you've got the ambition with the quality, then go for quantity. And overall, I come out of this game, out of the credits, fresh off finishing this game. Literally not even 24 hours later, I'm doing this review. This is just an absolute mediocre game that felt rough around the edges that should be round. The rinse and repeat cycle of shooting is fun enough, and it kept me going. I had a lot of fun with it, but man, everything that isn't a main mission, like any treasure side thing, any side mission, is half-baked and not well implemented. Like New Dawn had a really good base building system, right? Here, you can build bases with some resources, which, by the way, I don't know what the resources did, really. You can build stuff in bases, but I honestly, no joke, I checked out all 6 of the options, and they all sounded like they did absolutely nothing. It was so bad, I didn't spend a single dollar or a single resource on any upgrades, and me and my friend completely ran through the game, overranked and everything, not completing any side stories, only main missions, so I don't know what the side stuff did, but it was obviously useless. Acquiring a vehicle in this game, now let me know if this sounds normal. You're able to buy a vehicle with resources or the money you get in Yara just through the vehicle option menu. That sounds normal, right? Well, apparently to Far Cry that sounds dumb and boring. So what you actually need to do is you need to find that specific vehicle out in the open land somewhere, then steal it, drive it all the way back to your base and park it. Then you can call it in whenever you want. Now I gotta be honest, because I asked my friend this too. We didn't see one fancy vehicle anywhere. So any of these super spiffy, super cool vehicles, where am I supposed to get these and bring them back to the base? And not only that, that system there compared to just buying one, all that does is add filler of running to find a vehicle, getting it, which I should already be able to buy it anyways, and then driving it all the way back. That's just 2 filler options to get to the main point of everything. Not to harp on mission recycling, but it really just stings when you do some great missions. Like there was a boat mission where you had to infiltrate stealthily at first a boat and then take it over, and it really felt like this was a good mission. Like we thought in the moment, whoa, this is different for Far Cry, and it was good. You also had The Vanishing, which was a absolute star-studded mission right there. The best mission Far Cry's done in quite a long time, honestly.
No wonder.
Neat writing a paper.
Watch about the fly.
Wait. I usually don't read these, but I read this for some reason. Bullets and bats don't stop it. We need divine power. Please give us the strength to kill it, God. I think we're fighting a fucking monster or some shit.
I feel like it's just like super religious people wanting to take on the army.
Could be it.
Butthole right now.
Whoa. The fuck? My guy just went fucking high mode.
Inga, my head.
Oh, she pooped her pants.
You made a connection. Now I can speak. My mind to yours. I need help.
Telekinesis.
You must find me, right? Your people call it El Devorador.
What?
The devourer.
Are we gonna go find El Dorado?
Attack the village?
Come to
Bro, look it!
quickly.
El Tivo! Woo!
Eldorado's a switch now.
How did the dog get in here before us?
Yeah!
I think it might be a monster.
You know, it's just the dog.
If it's a licker. I think it might be a monster.
No, it's the dog.
It's okay, boy. Keep going now.
Hello? It's Demogorgon. I swear that was the Demogorgon.
Nah, it's the dog in the costume, bro.
How could you not think this is Stranger Things? Bro!
It's the dog.
What the? I did not expect this at all.
And the game setting was awesome for me. Exploring the South American culture, and the game didn't pull any punches in the South American culture with the radio being South American based songs. You really felt like you were in an area of South America, which it is fictional, but you know, it is what it is. And it is sad to say, if this game had no co-op features, I wouldn't even play it. But at the end of the day, I'm here to have fun. And every time I loaded up Far Cry, I always had fun. Whether it's because of some good gameplay or some bad gameplay.
In the morning. But then I feel like, what the fuck? How are you driving? How are you driving? Okay, you were completely upside down.
So with all that being said, this game gets a score higher than Far Cry 5, but lower than New Dawn. 5.1 out of 10. So that's it. I think Far Cry has to look in the mirror here, guys. Seriously, we have gone 3 games in a row in Far Cry with under 7. I believe New Dawn was 6.9. Far Cry 5 was 3 point something, I think, and this is 5.1. Those are not great scores. Really, Far Cry has to revamp everything. Everything. Like, come wipe the slate clean. Come back to Far Cry 7. I don't want it to spin off, but I don't want to spin off. Come back with Far Cry 7 and just have a unique idea, implement a villain, Don't go over the top. Don't make everything crazy. Just have a villain with a motive, a main character with a motive, and maybe have like 2 or 3 side characters that help you along the way. Make it co-op, and I'll be fine. I've heard a lot of mixed emotions about Far Cry 6 on the internet and other sites, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So thank you for watching. I'm your host, Saber Entertainment, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Peace out.
Hold up, I gotta find it. What? Oh my god! God damn!
What is up? I know what you're thinking. You're only here for the bonus Easter egg soundtrack I put in at the end of every video. But did you also know I have a donation page under Buy Me a Coffee? Donate whatever you want to my channel and I'll put half that back to an environmental charity. So that's that. Enjoy the music. Peace out.